Ready? 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 Here we go. Here we go. Oh shit! God damn it! No! Oh! That's my shit right there! And that's the ticket! And give me the ticket! That's what I want is tickets! Let's go! It's so good! Here we go! Here we go!
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to You Deserve a Drink. This week, to get our episode started, just like I do every week, I'll be reading off our weekly quote. This week's weekly quote comes from The New Yorker about a piece on the two moderators over at HackerNews. The quote goes like this: "From our perspective, the big surprise is how little control we actually have. We have to play our cards very carefully and very wisely, or even that control will sort of evaporate. There's often a strong wish to solve these contentious problems by changing the software, and to the extent we've tried things like that, we haven't found it to work. What does seem to work better is personal interaction, over and over and over again, with individual users. That, case by case, seems to move the needle, but it's very slow." That quote comes from Daniel Gackel, one of the two moderators over at HackerNews, talking about his role in cultivating the amazing community, in my personal opinion, that HackerNews has managed to grow and cultivate into their 5 million viewers per month there. It's an amazing story. Highly recommend people check it out. I'll put it in the show notes. That weekly quote dovetails very nicely into the couple of issues that I want to talk about this week. First up, for those of you who joined in, last week I actually managed to hold the first Cent Global Chat live meetup. It was pretty cool. I spoke with a couple Centians live for about 20 minutes, I think last Thursday, my time at least. We talked about the idea of Cent fan art and how potentially we could link that idea of a Cent fan art competition, maybe held at a monthly cadence, with the idea that I threw out there last week of the certified creator idea. Highly recommend everyone scroll through the global chat to look at that back and forth. It was pretty cool. There's a lot of awesome ideas that I'll be expounding on and hopefully introducing something tangible in the weeks to come. Big shout out to In It for Law, Spontanert, Synkas, Piandix, Ringmaster, and LRaz15 for joining in to that first ever Cent Global Chat live meetup. Hopefully I'll be doing that again sometime soon. Next up, last week, I just want to thank everyone for the feedback that you've been giving me for this podcast. Last week, there was a couple critical responses talking about the length. I do like to keep things short and sweet. I don't like to go on and unnecessarily long, so I hope you understand that. But Nora Med99 gave me some pretty solid feedback, actionable feedback, asking for me to review some of the posts that were on Cent in the previous week. So here's my attempt at that. I don't know if all of you've seen it, but Melon99 put out an awesome, short little nostalgic version of Cent fan art. Basically, they use the old Super Mario scene where Super Mario is jumping up and hitting the block, and out of the block comes a Cent coin that leads to a Lambo power-up for Mario as he zooms off the screen. As you all know, I'm huge fans of Cent fan art. I felt like that post was kind of a perfect summary of what I really liked about Cent in the previous week. Some amazing instances of fan art that continue to impress me and I think excite the whole community. So Laura Med99, that's my one attempt at looking back at a couple Cent posts in this week's episode. Hopefully you like that. Before I close out this segment, I have some pretty exciting news. As a lot of you know, this is my 6th episode by myself on the You Deserve a Drink podcast. As I mentioned before, I really like to kind of turn this into more of a dialogue, a conversation, as opposed to the soliloquy that it has been up until now. So I'm not sure if all of you caught the reverse spotlight with Rizzle and myself, but I believe that Rizzle and myself are going to be collaborating on a Cent podcast heading forward, where the two of us on a weekly basis will be talking about all things Cent and possibly some other crypto-related topics. There'll be more details coming forth very soon, so please keep your ears out for that. Other than that, please keep your comments and your feedback coming for me, not just for the podcast here, but for all of my work. I really appreciate all of you and the time you take to interact with me. You guys rock. So with that, I'll sign off from this episode of You Deserve a Drink, and until we talk next, Cent on.